Streaming live on News8000.com. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Derek Sibley.
It is Friday, December 8th, 2023. We have made it till Friday.
Finally, woohoo, TGIF.
Finally.
Finally, I like that. That's a new
See what
one.
I did there?
I like that.
And we have a beautiful day in store, don't we?
Yeah, the only thing is just going to be pretty cloudy, unfortunately. But beautiful temperatures, though.
Okay, mild temperatures.
It's going to be
we'll
very
take what
mild.
we can get.
Oh, of course, especially this time of the year. Unusually mild
December
out there.
8th.
You know, Eau Claire set a record high yesterday.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I don't expect any record highs, at least for La Crosse today. But, you know, we are going to be well above average here again. So take it while you can because it's going to drop here starting tomorrow and, you know, over the next several days.
All good things must come to an end.
I know, unfortunately. All right, so right now we're looking at mostly clear skies on the satellite and radar. Everything is looking good there. Temperatures as you head out the door are into the 40s, 46 in La Crosse now. Eau Claire, you're still stuck at 39 though. Winona's at 45, Sparta's at 46 now. Just a recent update there. Voroka at 43 and Prairie Sheen at 48. Boscobel is currently at 46. So as we take a look at your planner, we are going to increase the clouds starting here in the next hour or so. We're going to be turning pretty cloudy by late morning, and then those cloudy skies will just linger. It looks like throughout the day today with high temperatures approaching near at those low 50s. In fact, we're expecting 51 between around that 1 to 3 o'clock hour this afternoon, along with a light west to southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So again, enjoy it while it lasts because we do have some bigger changes coming in the form of some chances of precipitation and also in the chance of the fact that we're going to see some much cooler temperatures here coming up as well. More on that coming up in the weather forecast in a few minutes. Alexandra?
Thank you, Derek. We will see you then. Time now for our morning headlines. Hunter Biden facing a second round of federal indictments. Late Thursday, prosecutors formally charged the president's son with evading federal taxes. Naomi Ruckham breaks down the specifics from a special counsel investigation into Biden's business dealings.
More legal troubles for Hunter Biden. A 56-page indictment from a California grand jury lays out 9 new federal charges, including failure to pay taxes, filing false tax documents, failure to file taxes, and tax evasion. The indictment indicates Biden owed at least $1.4 million between 2016 and 2019.
There also appears that there will be evidence that Hunter Biden engaged in, to use their words, an extravagant lifestyle. There will be evidence presented that he spent a lot of money on clothes, on education, on cars, on housing.
In September, a Delaware grand jury indicted him on federal firearm charges, accusing him of making a false and fictitious statement about his drug use on a federal gun form and to a firearms dealer. The third count alleges he did knowingly possess a firearm while on drugs. He pleaded not guilty to those charges. The younger Biden has openly admitted his past struggle with addiction.
I went one time for 13 days without sleeping and smoking crack and drinking vodka exclusively.
Late Thursday, Biden's attorney issued a statement saying, in part, based on the facts and the law, if Hunter's last name was anything other than Biden, the charges in Delaware and now California would not have been brought. If convicted, Biden could face up to 17 years in prison.
The new charges followed the collapse of a plea agreement with the Justice Department over the summer. The White House declined to comment on Thursday's indictment. It comes as congressional Republicans pursue an impeachment inquiry into the president, claiming he was engaged in an influence peddling scheme with his son. The House is expected to vote early next week on formally authorizing that inquiry. Earlier this week, a Dane County judge ruled the 1849 Wisconsin abortion ban does not apply to consensual abortions. Within a day of that decision, one of the defendants in the case, the Sheboygan County District Attorney, filed an appeal. But appealing to the state Supreme Court could yield the opposite effect that he's hoping for. The balance of the state Supreme Court recently shifted in favor of liberals this year, and abortion has been a key electoral issue for Democratic voters in recent elections. If the state Supreme Court agrees the 1849 ban does not apply to consensual abortions, the decision would apply statewide. A literal sign of the times. The Onalaska Area Historical Society unveiling a new sign showing a Black River waterfront throughout the years. The sign, called Onalaska Past and Present, shows a panoramic photo of the Black River as it is now. Imposed on the image are black and white photographs of what used to be on the waterfront, like sawmills and a wagon bridge. The group's treasurer explains what this achievement means to them.
We're real happy. That's our purpose as a historical society, is to bring these things out so the public can look at it and learn.
The project started back in February. You can find it at the Great River Landing in Onalaska. Santa Claus is coming to town this weekend. Pickwick Fire and Rescue will host its annual Breakfast with Santa tomorrow morning from 7 till noon. The event will have an all-you-can-eat $12 breakfast. Mr. Claus will arrive in style, hitching a ride with the fire department and arriving by fire truck around 9 a.m. We're told he'll be checking his list to see which kids have been naughty or nice. There'll also be a bake sale with cookies, pies, and other holiday goods. If you'd like to donate some baked goods, you can drop them off between 5 and 8 tonight. The debate over short-term rental regulations in La Crosse could soon reach its final chapter. A new ordinance regulating Airbnbs and other short-term lodgings is one vote away from becoming law. Earlier this fall, we highlighted opposition from some residents who argue these rentals don't belong in residential areas, but owners contend their properties benefit communities.
Rob Walensky and his wife rent out 4 properties on La Crosse's south side through Airbnb.
Had some people that were in town for business, had some people that were in for some of the festivals, Riverfest, Oktoberfest.
Customers book for anything from a few hours to a few months. And if there's ever an issue, he's picking up the phone.
We do all the maintenance. We do all the shoveling and the mowing and the raking.
They pay their taxes, income, property, and the city's occupancy tax that comes out of every booking. City officials say they need a general ordinance because some owners are not properly licensed with the state to rent. The current ordinance proposal would have everyone wanting to rent pay a $100 license fee each year. And if some properties are disruptive, residents can file formal complaints. This week, the city added 2 new details. First, anyone applying for a license has to alert any neighbors within 100 feet.
I have no issue with that because I would do that anyways, because I don't want problems at my place. I don't want them disturbing anybody.
And second, a property manager has to be within 30 miles of the building being rented. Some residents want more regulation because they believe short-term rentals cause neighborhood disruption. Owners like Walensky say they take pride in their properties and their neighborhoods. It's why he rebuilt this house on 9th Street.
Instead of them having another problem person rent a dilapidated house, now it's remodeled and it really kind of lightened up that area.
Walensky hopes the public can see how owners who are going by the book are making a positive difference.
Even if we get some bad people that move in next to him in an Airbnb, they're probably going to be gone in a day or two. If I sell it to some bad people who are, a pain in the butt they could be years.
The city says the short-term rentals make up less than 1% of La Crosse's housing. The amended ordinance will go before the full Common Council on December 14th. Still ahead on your morning news, Facebook making all of its messages encrypted. We'll tell you what that means for your privacy just ahead. And you may have heard of remote-controlled drones, but what about remote-control cargo planes? After the break, we'll take a look at how one California company is using robotics to redefine air travel. That and more coming up later this morning. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Hanukkah is officially here. It is the Jewish festival of lights. The holiday commemorates the survival, resilience, and faith of the Jewish people during a dark period in their history. Every night for 8 nights, the Jewish community recite blessings and light the menorah. Hanukkah is also celebrated with songs, the game of dreidel, gift giving, and coming together as a community. And of course, you can't forget the special foods, including latkes and jelly donuts. Hanukkah may feel especially important to some Jewish people this year after the October 7th attacks in Israel and rising anti-Semitism across the U.S. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news at News 8 Now This Morning is after the break.
We got mostly clear skies right now all across the Coulee region, but we will expect some increasing clouds, though, to take shape as the day goes on. However, our current temperatures are into the 40s for a lot of locations, with the only exception of Eau Claire. Right now, you're at 39. Black River Falls, wondering about you here. Maybe that observation a little bit too cold, but you're currently reading 27. Sparta is at 46. Your zone forecast for today, going to be looking at our highs reaching the low 50s. It will be 53 in West Salem and 51 today in Onalaska and La Crosse. Berry Mills, you're looking very similar to that as well today. Lansing, you'll be at 53. Slightly warmer here today in areas like Prairie du Chien. You'll be at 54 today. Gaze Mills and Soldiers Grove at 54 as well. 53 here for you in Melrose and a high of 53 in Arcadia and 51 today in Osseo. Moving north into the Chippewa Valley, you're looking at highs anywhere between the upper 40s to lower 50s. Your bus stop forecast this morning and getting the kids ready for school. 43 and mostly clear will be our weather. And then heading back from school today, highs reaching around 51 degrees. Mostly cloudy weather conditions taking shape, though, as we head into the afternoon. I'll be back with another check on that full weather forecast in a few minutes.
In your consumer news this morning, we're bringing you a special spotlight on the world of technology. First up, AI is bringing a celebrated Hollywood star back to life, at least in a manner of speaking. The Calm app has come up with an AI-generated version of Jimmy Stewart's voice to read bedtime stories. Stewart is most known for starring in the classic holiday movie It's a Wonderful Life. You can start listening to him on Calm on Christmas Eve. Your Facebook messages are now more secure. According to Meta, messages sent through Facebook are now protected with end-to-end encryption. Privacy advocates have celebrated encryption, which already exists on Instagram and WhatsApp. Encryption protects data by making it unreadable to outside parties. However, some government officials have warned it could facilitate criminal activity. The move comes as Meta is under fire for sharing the data of underage users. The field of robotics is getting more advanced by the day, and soon humanoid robots may be coming to a warehouse or production center near you. That's because Agility Robotics and other companies are making these two-legged robots for workplaces. There, you see them right there. A Spanx distribution center in Atlanta just got its first robotic coworker, and this one is not designed to replace humans, they say.
What we're doing is the same thing we've been doing throughout all of history, is creating tools to allow the same number of humans to do more than we've ever been able to do before.
The robot's name is Digit. It is the first ever humanoid robot to work in a distribution center. The company that designed Digit, Agility Robotics, is currently building a plant in Oregon that can produce 10,000 of these humanoid robots every year. Robotics experts believe these kind of robots will eventually become consumer products like cars or computers. Speaking of new robots being tested, you may have heard of remote-controlled drones, but what about remote-control robotic cargo planes? A company in the Bay Area achieved just that and was able to make one of their airplanes take to the skies with not a single crew member on board. Sounds a little scary. Zach Fuentes got to take a look at the new technology and takes a look at how the robotic remote-control plane is taking flight.
Yeah, we're in flight now.
Commercial pilot and engineer Dana Tomole's passion for aviation runs deep.
I grew up next to a small airfield in Southern California, and I used to watch the small Cessna 172s come in and land, and I thought, why not when I was picking a career?
Growing up, Tomole might not have imagined that she'd be operating a plane in this way, but late last month, she was part of history, operating this Cessna 208B Caravan with not one human being on board, doing all of her work from this control center in Mountain View, 50 miles away from the plane.
We operated it out of Hollister Municipal Airport, and basically the taxi, the takeoff, the cruise, the landing, all of that was over a scale of about 12 minutes for the uncrewed portion.
Reliable Robotics is the company behind the autonomous flight system. Though they've flown a smaller plane without a pilot on board in 2019, they say this flight was the first time a cargo plane of this size was operated remotely by a private company.
A system like ours will go a long way to save lives and prevent accidents.
CEO Robert Rose says their technology will improve aviation safety.
In order to move the pilot out of the plane and into a control center, you need to have a more advanced navigation system. You need to be able to automatically land. You need to be able to automatically take off and auto taxi. And many accidents on small aircraft today are due to issues during those phases of flight.
And though Rose says he sees the system rolled out more broadly for cargo first, the hope is that it could one day transition to passenger aircraft, something he said could facilitate better travel between smaller airports.
Instead of needing to fly out of San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, we could take a flight out of Palo Alto or Reed Hillview or San Carlos.
With pilots like Tom Alay's expertise still needed to operate the system, Rose said he sees it adding jobs.
I think we're going to have factor 10, factor 100 more aircraft as we move into the next decade. So I see this as a growth opportunity for aviation.
The technology still has to be certified by the FAA, something Rose says they're well on their way to doing.
That empty cockpit, I don't know, it's not sitting right with me. Derek, would you fly on one of these unmanned? Now, they're not taking passengers now, but eventually I'm sure that's the plan. Would you fly on an unmanned plane?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's a little scary.
That is a little scary. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, as you're in a vehicle, one of those unmanned car vehicles too, they have those, you know, and I feel like it's just as scary, right? Because you always run that risk of no control. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. But hey, AI's taken over, right? Everything's becoming automatic now. Really no need for us. But we are looking, but you still need news anchors and meteorologists.
Yes, for now.
Hopefully forever. We're looking at temperatures at 46 degrees. South-southeast winds at 8 miles an hour. Visibility, running levels looking pretty good around 10 miles, 39 degrees with clear skies now in Eau Claire. South winds at around 8 miles an hour at the moment. We do have mostly clear skies all across the Coulee region right now with temperatures that are into the 40s. We got 46 degrees in Sparta, 43 in Viroqua, and 46 in Boscobel. Winona, you're currently at 45 degrees. Eau Claire, as we just saw, at 39 degrees. So as we take a look at your planner, our temperatures will warm up into the lower 50s with those cloudy weather conditions overhead. Now, we will continue to remain cloudy through the afternoon, at least through 4, with temperatures still sitting at around 50, and then cloudy skies at 42 degrees as we head into early on this evening, with our highs today into the low 50s. So again, well above average for this time of the year, at least by about 15 degrees, if not warmer in some spots as well here today. But we do have a cold front currently moving through the area now. It should pass fully through the area by around 10 o'clock this morning. We'll be looking at some cloudy skies here in the wake of that frontal boundary here moving through, associated with this low pressure system here currently passing through the region as well. So expect a pretty cloudy day here in store. We may see this next disturbance here too, moving up from the south, and that could cause some heavy showers here for portions of central and eastern Wisconsin. I think a lot of it, though, again, mainly focused to the east, so we may see a little bit of some light showers pass through portions of the Coulee region here overnight. I'm also watching some snowy weather on the backside of this low pressure system here to our west, and that is forecast to move east and spread across the Coulee region for tomorrow afternoon. So we could be looking at some scattered snow showers taking shape here on the backside of the system moving through. Now, behind everything, it's going to get much colder here, especially as we head into later this weekend, and also as we take you into next week on the 8-day forecast. You'll see what we're dealing with. We're dropping our highs down to 40 for tomorrow, followed by the mid to upper 30s Sunday and into the beginning of next week. Now, our highs will remain into the 30s through Wednesday before our next warm-up arrives by Thursday and Friday, because that's when we will be looking at highs warming back up into the middle 40s there. Now, our low temperatures will be mainly into the 20s here over the next several days. Alexandra?
All right, Derek, thank you. It is 6:20. Still ahead on your morning news. Finding those perfect holiday gifts for the seniors in your life may be a little tricky. After the break, we'll take a look at a few holiday gift ideas that may help keep them safe as well.
We had action all over the Coulee region last night on the ice, on the court, and on the mat. Bucks also looking to advance to the in-season championship game. I'll have all the highlights coming up in the Blitz. Welcome to the Blitz. The winter sports season could not be any busier. We had action on the ice, conference play tipping off on the court. We're going to start the show on the mat. West Salem Gymnastics Co-op finishing as the D2 runner-up last season. They traveled to Holmen last night for a triangular meet. Let's start on the beam. West Salem's Morgan Sykert scores an 8.7. She wins the beam competition and finishes first in all-around scoring. Nicely done. Over to the vault, Holmen's Maya Amundsen scores an 8.1. That's good enough for third place. Now to the uneven bars. First is Holmen's Katie Lang. She scores an 8.725. That's good enough for second place. Then staying on the bars, West Salem's Natalie Peterson It's scoring 8.575. West Salem Co-op wins it. Holman finishes in second. Over to boys basketball, a good one in West Salem. Panthers welcoming 5th-ranked Onalaska. Second half, what a battle from the corner. West Salem's Nathan Dillaber is going to bury the three. Panthers take a 52-51 lead. Onalaska keeping pace. Hilltoppers Noah Chenault driving the lane, going off the glass for 2. Hilltoppers now up by 3. West Salem keeps battling though. Tamarian Henderson driving the lane, getting the tough bucket to fall. Panthers down by 2, but Onalaska starts to build a lead. Quick passing sets up Ian Cole in the corner for 3. Hilltoppers go up by 7. Onalaska gets the win, 76-68. Let's go to Aquinas. Conference play tipping off for 2 MVC rivals. Blue Gold's hosting Logan. Rangers down 7 early second half, but Johnny Lever gets his squad 2 points closer. That cuts it back to 5. Other end, Jonathan Skemp showing off the range. He drains the corner 3. Lead back up to 8. Rangers not going away though. Again, it's Lever getting fed down low. He puts it in. Logan within 7, but the Blue Golds hit another gear, and it's Tanner Peterson spotting up from downtown. He's money. Blue Golds go up by 10. And then it's Trey Barr taking this one over off the steal. Barr taking it all the way to the cup for the score. And the junior was just getting started again. It's Barr down the middle, gets the teardrop to fall. And Barr, a one-man wrecking crew last night in the second half. Count this, plus the foul. Blue Golds begin conference play with the win, 80-60. Let's hit the ice in La Crescent. Lancers hosting Toma Sparta. And the home team picking up where it left off Tuesday night. First period, Ethan Myrie cleaning up the mess. Great effort from the junior. He gets rewarded for it. Lancers go up 1. Other end, Titans looking for the equalizer, but Charlie Weezer says not tonight. The sophomore earns his first varsity win between the pipes. Lancers get the victory 7-3. Let's go to the volleyball court in Madison. Badgers hosting regional action at the Fieldhouse. Wisconsin looking to avenge its regular season loss against Penn State. First set all Badgers, 25-11. Wisconsin would hit a roadblock in the second. They drop a heartbreaker 30-28, but the Badgers bounce back nicely. They win the next 2 sets, and Wisconsin is moving on. Badgers win it in 4. They're moving on to the Elite 8. They'll host the regional final on Saturday. Bucks in Vegas looking to advance to the finals of the in-season tournament. They were taking on the Pacers. Indiana up 12 at the break. Milwaukee making a run in the third. Dame from downtown puts the Bucks up 2, but the Pacers punch right back. Obi Toppin throws this one down. Indiana goes up by 1. Then with less than 6 minutes to play, it's Miles Turner with the flush. Pacers take a 3-point lead. Then with less than a minute to go, Tyrese Halliburton with the dagger. Indiana goes up by 8. Pacers are moving on to the in-season championship game as they get the win 128-119. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Welcome back. At 6:30, a new study finds that over a third of all women may experience long-lasting health problems caused by childbirth. The study looked at health problems women experienced 6 weeks after giving birth. They found nearly a third experienced low back pain and also had pain during sex. The study also found that over a tenth of women also experienced trouble getting pregnant after having a complication-free first pregnancy, and that women may experience anxiety and depression. The study says oftentimes the conditions are, quote, neglected and ignored. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is issuing new travel warnings for anyone traveling to and from the Democratic Republic of Congo due to an increase in cases of the virus monkeypox, the virus that causes monkeypox. The new strain called Clade 1 monkeypox is more contagious and can possibly cause more severe infections when compared to last year's strain of the virus. So far, no cases of the virus have been detected here in the U.S. According to the CDC, symptoms of monkeypox may include rashes forming on the body, swollen lymph nodes, headache, fever, chills, and muscle aches. Parents and caregivers, make sure to check your pantries this morning. The Wisconsin Department of Health Services advising anyone with the following brands of applesauce pouches. You know kids love those. You need to throw these ones out if you have them. The recall is for Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches, Schnucks cinnamon flavored applesauce pouches, Schnucks applesauce variety pack, and Weiss cinnamon applesauce pouches. If you have any of these, be sure to throw them out. The FDA says these brands were found to have harmful levels of lead in them. Along with the recall, the FDA is also investigating Ostro Foods, the facility in Ecuador where the applesauce is packaged. Several states have already reported cases of lead poisoning from the applesauce. Wisconsin officials are investigating 3 of those suspected cases. 'Tis the season of giving to family and friends, but finding the perfect holiday gift for the seniors in your life may be a bit of a struggle. Mandy Gaither has a few gift ideas that can help keep seniors safe while also helping to brighten their lives.
This holiday season, give the gift that keeps on giving to the seniors in your life.
And so this is a great time of year to think about some of those opportunities that can help keep people living in their homes safely, give them a sense of independence.
Orthopedic surgeon Carmen Quatman with The Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center says for the traveling senior, think about accessories like a vehicle support handle to help them get in and out of a car safely, or a lumbar support pillow to help with pain and stiffness.
There's little pillows you can buy for camping that you can just put a couple of little puffs in, stick behind your back, put it under your legs for long car travel.
Quatman says to help them stay hydrated with a personalized water bottle, or for those who have hand trimmers, weighted utensils and writing instruments can be a perfect present.
But it can really help with some of those day-to-day activities that can be really frustrating.
For the gadget-loving senior, smart devices for the home can be helpful.
Beyond music or making a quick order, they can be great for setting timers for medications. They can be great for helping someone who struggles to dial on their phone if they have arthritis or have different difficulties with technology.
Finally, Quatman says a ride service gift card for Uber or Lyft can empower adults.
Transportation is a key to feeling like you're mobile in your community.
Dr. Quatman also says home safety items like fire blankets and easily accessible fire extinguishers can also make good presents. $34,000 is on its way to classrooms around La Crosse thanks to Gold Star grants. The La Crosse Public Education Foundation has been awarding these grants through the district since 1988. Since then, they've delivered more than $1 million. Donors for these grants come from all over the community, including different companies and people who support the La Crosse Public Education Foundation.
Grant Delivery Day is always so exciting. These teachers are creative and they are involved and they are committed and they take time to dream up projects and write grant proposals that they know are going to make an impact in their students' learning.
Staff in the school district or organizations that partner with the district can apply for grants through a simple application process. A group of Coulee Region elves is working to ensure Christmas joy for all area kids. Next week, more than 50 children at La Crosse's Family and Children's Center, an agency that provides family support services, will receive presents from the elves. Realizing these kids may often not get gifts under the tree, the elves decided to create special dinosaurs on wheels so no child misses out this Christmas. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has more on how this gesture will help the kids experience the magic of the holidays.
According to the elves, the kids at Family and Children's Center aren't as fortunate as others, so they've decided to make dinosaurs on wheels to make sure every kid has a gift for Christmas. For more than 20 years, group members Scott Cooper and Kurt Grunwald have been making toys for kids.
We were volunteering at the Salvation Army, and they were giving away like used toys for kids, and we thought it'd be cool if the kids could get some new toys, and we were both woodworkers, so we thought that was something we could do.
Since then, the guys have spent each year making sure kids less fortunate receive a gift for Christmas.
You know, everybody knows there's kids who don't get much for Christmas, and we wanted them to get something new and handmade for Christmas.
Every year, the elves try to create something new. They begin working on the toys in the fall, and next week, 52 dinosaurs on wheels will be in the hands of some very lucky kids.
Well, we were just looking through toys we hadn't made before. We decided we wanted to make kind of like a little push-pull toy for kids, and we knew kids like dinosaurs, so we found some plans for them and it made them.
We've made castles, we've made trucks, everything with pretty much anything with wheels, trucks, planes, trains, automobiles.
Even during some of the most challenging times, including COVID-19, the elves found ways to stay creative.
During the pandemic, we made desks, and that wasn't exactly at Christmas time. And it was a bigger project. Usually we're just making little toys. That year we were making desks, so it was more involved.
But these guys say the most important part of this tradition is giving back to those less fortunate and knowing that they're putting smiles on kids' faces. The gifts will be delivered next Friday at 9 in the morning to the La Crosse Family and Children's Center. In the studio, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
All right, well, good work to them. Now here's Derek to tell us what to expect for our morning commute.
All right, thanks for that, Alexandra. We are looking at mainly clear weather conditions here to start, but we're going to start to see some increasing clouds as the morning goes on today, leading to what will be a very cloudy lunch hour, but at least it will be pretty mild throughout the day too as well. Mostly cloudy weather conditions persist as we take you into your evening hour commute now. Temperatures as you head outside the door currently are mainly into the 40s. We're seeing some colder exceptions like Eau Claire right now at 39 degrees though, but here in La Crosse we're at 46. We're under mostly clear skies for now, but again we're starting to see some of those clouds beginning to sneak in here, and we're going to start to look at cloudy weather conditions take shape here as the day goes on, with temperatures very mild again with highs around 51 degrees and southwest winds pretty light at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Heading into tonight to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures around 34. Also watching for a chance of some scattered showers that could be a possibility tonight as well, with a southwest wind around 5 to 10. Final check on your full weather forecast is still to come. We'll talk about how long this mild trend will last because we do have some changes here coming up as we take you in this weekend and next week. But coming up in our Buzz Report, The Rock says he's considering a run for president. We'll tell you more in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Conditions are remaining fairly quiet across the Coulee region right now at this hour. Temperatures are at 46 degrees currently in La Crosse. We are looking at that south-southeast wind at 8 miles an hour, and that is a key ingredient today to help really warm us up into the lower 50s come this afternoon. 39 degrees currently in La Crosse. We're looking at south winds here as well at around 8 miles an hour. We're looking at mostly clear skies for now on the satellite and radar, but you can see some of those clouds beginning to pick up here to our south and west, and they're going to only increase today as the day goes on. As you head outside, our temperatures are mainly into the 40s here this morning. Now we will be warming up into the low 50s here, as I mentioned, by noon today. The cloudy weather, though, will continue to filter in, and skies will continue to remain cloudy, unfortunately, throughout the day today, with temperature readings into the 50s through at least by 4 o'clock, and then by 8 o'clock, that's when we drop down our temperatures lower into the lower 40s. High temperatures today, though, across the board into the low 50s. That's well above average this time of the year, at least by around 15 degrees, if not more so here above normal here for December. Now, we do have a cold front that's currently moving through the Coulee region. We're not going to feel the effects of the cooler weather, though, through today, but behind the storm system, that's when we will start to feel it. We'll get to that here in a second, but you can see some increasing clouds there on Sky Tracker as that front moves through. By 6 p.m. this evening, still very cloudy. I'm also watching another disturbance down to our south that is forecast to track its way towards the north-northeast, and a lot of the heavier rain is going to be mainly focused to the east of us, it looks like. So we're not going to really tap into that too much, but we will be looking at some leftover scattered showers here on the west side of that system as we head into overnight tonight. So we may be looking at some rain chances here later tonight, though. Now on the back side here, we're watching some snowy weather here too. So we got cooler weather moving in, and we also have the snow here moving in too as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So we will be looking at some snow chances here too. So we have a combination of seeing some rain and followed by snow chances right behind it, along with some cooler temperatures here as well. But not to worry, the snow that you see here on the map, that's not really a forecast to accumulate too much, which is the good news. Heading into tomorrow night, though, we're going to be looking at some of that snow exiting the area. We're left over with mainly cloudy and much cooler conditions, as you'll see here on the 8-day forecast. Highs dropping to 40 tomorrow and then 37 on Sunday. And then it looks like our highs will remain to the 30s as we head through at least Wednesday of next week under a mix of clouds and sunshine. And then our next warm-up arrives later next week by Thursday and Friday as highs pick up into the mid-40s there. Low temperatures dropping into the upper teens and lower 20s over the coming days. Alexandra?
All right, Derek, thank you. In our Morning Buzz report, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is fueling more speculation about a possible presidential run. The wrestler turned movie star says he's still considering the possibility of running. That's according to an interview with Today this week. He also recently visited the Pentagon, where he met with senior military leaders. A 2021 survey found at least 46% of Americans would vote for The Rock if he ran for president. Would you? If you're a big TV and movie fan, this next one is for you. Netflix is coming out with a store that'll allow fans to immerse themselves in their favorite shows. They'll be called Netflix Houses, and they'll have rotating installations focused on specific shows. Fans will be able to shop for themed products, eat food based on the show, and play games. According to Netflix, the first 2 locations will arrive in the U.S. in 2025. Exactly where they will be has not yet been announced.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever.
It has certainly been the best year ever for Barbie. Not only has Greta Gerwig's movie about the doll been the biggest box office hit of the year, but now Barbie is getting love from a major institution. The American Film Institute just named Barbie one of the top 10 movies of the year. The prestigious AFI list also recognized Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, and others.
I assume we did not see the Bat Razor. I like it. Totally ups my intimidation game. You have donut crumbs in your intimidation game, sir.
Batman is getting a whole new look. The Caped Crusader sports a beard for the first time in a new animated movie. Merry Little Batman is a Warner Brothers production with Luke Wilson voicing the Dark Knight. The film sees Batman fighting crime in Gotham to keep the city safe from supervillains during the holidays. You can stream it on Amazon Prime now.
Well, that new Batman movie seems like it's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, he's very trendy with the beard. You know, everyone has a beard.
You got to have the beard.
Like.
And of course, if you have any crumbs in it, you know, you got to get it off.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, maybe he'll be eating some holiday cookies or something.
And then it's going to get on his beard again.
Exactly. So there you go. All right.
Hashtag beard problems.
And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, we're going to start with Delilah, who is turning 8 years old today. Now, she loves reading, doing gymnastics, and watch the show Descendants.
All right, well, happy birthday to her. We've got Rex turning 88 years old today. He loves playing cribbage, reading, and doing puzzles.
Roland is also turning 88 years old today. Now, he loves being at the YMCA and is there every day.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than I do.
Especially at his age, too, so keep it going, Roland.
Good for you, yeah, and happy birthday to all of them and anyone else celebrating a birthday out there. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
That's right, just upload their photo to our website. It's news8000.com, and you want to look for that Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab on our website.
It is 6:47. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know today in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next. Earlier this week, a Dane County judge ruled the 1849 Wisconsin abortion ban does not apply to consensual abortions. Within a day of that decision, one of the defendants in the case, Sheboygan's County District Attorney, filed an appeal. But appealing to the state Supreme Court could yield the opposite effect that he is hoping for. The balance of the state Supreme Court recently shifted in favor of liberals this year, and abortion has been a key electoral issue for Democratic voters in recent elections. If the state Supreme Court agrees the 1849 ban does not apply to consensual abortions, the decision would apply statewide. A literal sign of the times, the Onalaska Area Historical Society unveiling a new sign showing a Black River waterfront throughout the years. The sign, called Onalaska Past and Present, shows a panoramic photo of the Black River as it is now. Imposed on the image are black and white photos of what used to be on the waterfront at one time, like sawmills and a wagon bridge. The group's treasurer explains what this achievement means to them.
We're real happy. That's our purpose as a historical society, is to bring these things out so the public can look at it and learn.
He says the project started in February. You can find it at the Great River Landing in Onalaska. $34,000 is on its way to classrooms around La Crosse thanks to Gold Star grants. The La Crosse Public Education Foundation has been awarding these grants throughout the district since 1988. Since then, they've delivered more than $1 million. Donors for these grants come from all over the community, including different companies and people who support the La Crosse Public Education Foundation.
Grant Delivery Day is always so exciting. These teachers are creative and they are involved and they are committed and they take time to dream up projects and write grant proposals that they know are going to make an impact in their students' learning.
Staff in the school district or organizations that partner with the district can apply for grants through a simple application process. The next grant ceremony will be held next February. Santa Claus is coming to town this weekend. Pickwick Fire and Rescue will host its annual Breakfast with Santa tomorrow from 7 a.m. until noon. The event will have an all-you-can-eat $12 breakfast. Mr. Claus will arrive in style, hitching a ride with the fire department and arriving by fire truck at around 9 a.m. We're told he'll be checking his list to see if kids have been naughty or nice. There will also be a bake sale with cookies, pies, and other holiday treats. If you'd like to donate baked goods, you can drop them off between 5 to 8 tonight.
As you head out the door this morning, our temperature is already starting off on the mild side with readings into the 40s. We're going to start to increase the clouds, though, as the day goes on today, making it a mainly cloudy day this afternoon with high temperatures into the low 50s, along with a southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, for tomorrow, it's going to start to get much colder, highs dropping at least by about 10 degrees or so to the low 40s, watching for a chance of snow showers tomorrow afternoon as well. And then much colder for Sunday and Monday, highs dropping into the mid to upper 30s. That continues through at least Wednesday of next week under a mix of clouds and sun, and low temperatures dropping into the upper teens and low 20s here over the coming days as well.
All right, thank you, Derek. Well, today is a day to indulge your sweet tooth.
Ooh, brownies.
Looks so good. Yeah, today is National Brownie Day. According to legend, brownies were invented in Chicago in 1893.
Did not know that.
I know, not too far from here. Early brownie recipes included walnuts and an apricot glaze. Didn't know that either.
Yeah.
The uniquely American dessert really took off during the early 20th century. To celebrate the day, a number of national chains have deals, including Insomnia cookies, Potbelly, and Sprinkles. So would you say brownie is your favorite dessert?
Brownie's one of my favorite. You know, I love a nice, fresh, warm brownie that just comes out of the oven. Top it with some ice cream on top. It doesn't get any better than that.
No, that sounds so good. Even at, you know, what time is it, 6:55?
Yeah.
I would eat that right now.
Oh, absolutely. Like if we had some sort of chef or some special on here on the show this morning, I would have been like, yeah, eating.
A
Let's
News
go.
8 chef. That sounds like a really good
sounds
idea.
good,
Let's
yeah.
take that to the people upstairs.
Right? Yeah, we need something like
We'll see what they say. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Have a great day.